Hey guys, KEnODvT here, and I'm shoutcasting a game between me and OPEC in the round of 32 of Starcast Open number 2. This game is the third of a best of 3 where both of us had won one game, and to be honest it was one of the most frantic games I've ever played, and with good reason, because OPEC, while having never played a single 1v1, is an extremely good opponent. And unfortunately, I was informed of his preferred strategy by the person he beat in the round of 64, because he was doing a Korean 4-gate, which the person, to be honest, was a bit pissed off at. So I was informed in front. The first game I then won completely, just straight out, because I knew what was coming and I kicked his butt, to be honest. And so after that, it's loser's choice, and he chose Blistering Sands. Really long rush distance, and the way I beat him was 3-minute pressure, because he wasn't building any units or having any spare population until about the 5th minute, and I just hit him with 3 zealots at 3 minutes, GG right there, and he was just gone. So second game, he chose Blistering Sands, where he kicked my ass. To be honest, I turtled up a bit too much. He locked me down. I ran out of resources. He won, basically. Which is why I chose this map, because on this map, not only do you have this, which is a spawning location. Yeah, we'll go with that. Then you've got your natural. You also have this, a nice third, which I actually take my second, because it's highly defendable. It's also a 4-player map, which makes rushing slightly harder. Still possible, but slightly harder. Anyway, so this game was very frantic. I was quite sweaty and stuff afterwards. Being in Australia, it's a bit hot, quite a lot. It was a half-an-hour game between us, and it was very, very good. And it does actually detail what I've said a few times about upgrades, because I win by upgrades. I would like to be recording this in full HD, guys, but my computer can't handle it. I am playing on a MacBook Pro. It's a laptop, and my parents are divorced, so I go week in, week out, and my brother's tower lives at the other house, so I will use that for recording when I'm there and be able to record 1080p full Watson, which is good, in my opinion. Okay, so back to the game. Early game, you saw he put his worker there and watched for my scouting work to come out and then presume back on there, but I'd actually scouted a little early, so he missed that. That was a fairly good play. He's going 2-gate. I was just trying to pistol 1 zealot pressure. Doesn't really go that well. What? I've got a 4 HP zealot. Yay. And 2 zealots about to pop on its ass. This goes well. I did slightly overcommit on the chasing OPEC's probe around the map, but this is for a good reason, because he had shown a certain fondness for hiding pylons in my face that I wasn't really a fan of. 1 zealot coming over from OPEC, and what's it gonna do? It's gonna meet a zealot and die. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'm just scouting around here to check, and I can't remember if I actually do anything about it. I think I just ignore it because there's no pylon, and I wasn't paying attention, so I just assumed, oh, it's not there, blah, 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 blah. So he's now, can't remember which one wins this mini battle. I'm sure there's some kind of micro you could do with the zealot versus zealot, but to be honest, I don't know what it is. Aha! Here comes the interesting bit. OPEC has gone for an expansion, which, to be honest, is going to kick the crap out of my economy, because if we look at units tab, he has more workers than me, he has more production buildings than me. Actually, 2-gate? 2-gate. Yeah, okay, so we're about even. I'm mining gas, so my income should be as considerably less than him, and he's got an expansion. Pardon me, guys. So I'm actually surprised I won this now in hindsight, because he has a better econ than me, he has more units than me. I'm surprised I won it, but regardless, his expansion is going down now, and I would propose we're going to see some Maynarding there, just anal building, I guess. OPEC's playing well. 2 gateways, 3 gateways now. Cybercore, a bit delayed because I did take both these gaps, so he could have built a Cybercore, but there wouldn't really have been a point. So Forge and 3 gate. This base has been sitting here a little bit too long doing nothing. He had built up a fair amount of minerals, but it does happen sometimes. One of the things I do really like about what OPEC does in this game is he places down a pylon at each mineral node, and this allows him to know when not each, but most. This allows him to expand, and with Protoss has a secondary, what do you want to call it? Secondary bonus. If he sees my expansion, bang, 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 I just walk in a bunch of units, bye-bye, basically. Now, I have a guy, I thought I had a guy, no I don't have a guy. I have no idea how I hold this. Oh no, wait, it's alright. I go out, I scout, I'm just going, oh crap. I'm surprised he doesn't actually push in right now, because he wouldn't win, but it would be close. He has the same amount of zealots as me, I just have 2 stalkers. Also choke point for the win. I'd like to talk about positioning a lot in this game as well, because it does actually allow me to win some of the earlier battles where his expo kicks in and he has a massive army and I don't. And I use my choke point to allow me to win those battles. So as you can see, he come at this point. He doesn't have 2 fully saturated bases. He could probably have 5 or 6 more workers at his main, and 5 or 6 more workers at his main mining minerals, plus 6 more mining gas. So he's a little short on minerals, and I have 1 fully saturated base. I could have 1 or 2 extra workers, but not really. And I've just plonked down my expansion. So I'm way behind. He has 11 more harvesters than me and a steady income of about 400 more minerals per minute. Now this is going to carry on for at least another minute and a half because my Nexus is currently building. At the moment the army size, damn it, what's army? Sorry guys, hey. At the moment the army size is favouring me, but not by much. Wait, 500 minerals and 300 gas. That's a fair bit, but it's going to start spiking up a fair bit. There you go, we're pretty much identical. Now, he has 4 warp gates, a robo, and a forge. You have anything else? No, I don't believe so. I do have an observer running around his base for a while, which map hacks allows me to see exactly what he's doing and stuff like that, and I am able to learn his expansion in that way. Oh yay, same gas, more minerals. At this point he could push and basically kill me. I have 0 upgrades, he has 0 upgrades I should say. I do have an immortal, 2 immortals which would tip the favour in the stalker part. But if he was to catch me, say when I pushed out to here, if he then attacked then, I would die. There's nothing I can actually do about it because he had more units, he'd get us around, and I don't have the choke advantage to play on. Now I know from the past game or 2, and the fact that he has never actually played a 1v1, that I figure after his push, he's not actually going to know what to do quite as much, which is one thing I'd like to highlight. If you have a good strategy, that's fine, but assume that at some point that strategy isn't going to work and that you need another strategy. So I figured he was going to be partial to gateways because he uses gateways, so just mass gateway units. So I figured if I put out a bunch of Colossi, I would win, and I basically do. So I've got 1 Colossi at the moment, no range upgrade, but I've still got splash damage and he doesn't. The army size, stalker wise, he has a lot more stalkers. We have about the same amount of zealots, and I have +1 or more. but he has about double, if not more, in the amount of stalkers. My Immortal should help counter the stalkers, but my Zealot's going to get torn to bits, and the Colossi, if he focuses it, he's dead. So I know this game has been a bit slow starting, but for me it was very stressful and quite a hard game to play on my part. He's still collecting a little too much minerals, in my opinion. If I was him, I'd be plonking down more Zealots, because they're the pure mineral part of Protoss. And to be honest, for the cannon fodder that they deal a shitload of damage. Fully upgraded charge lots are not to be messed with. At the moment, I'm setting a unit out to check for expansions, because I know he's at least got 2, possibly 3. And at the moment I know I've got 2, so I really have to try and catch up. If we look at the income tab now, we are basically even. He's mining more gas than me, but our minerals are the same, 42, 44 harvesters. So we're about the same, that's alright. If we look at army size, he's sitting at 130 pop, I'm sitting at nothing pop, which really isn't good. I'm sitting at 2.8k minerals, he's sitting at 5k minerals. This should mean I'm stuffed. But, ladies and gentlemen, he has no upgrades, and I have 1. Also, I believe this is the time where he pushes into my choke. I don't recall. So he's got an observer running around the map, basically doing what I'm doing. I know that the only area of the map he hasn't checked is here, so I think, ooh, expansion time. Because I know I need a 3rd, and I don't really want to expand there, it's a bit exposed. I'd rather go for an expansion, which is what I end up doing. Zinzar's online. Never mind. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Come on, push in. I think this is just kind of a stalemate point. We're both building up, we're both sitting on a good income, and to be honest, he's kicking my ass on me, guys. Is this the point I lay down a second forge, do jack all with it for a while. Now, if he pushed me a couple of minutes ago, he would have been able to do it, because I had 1 Colossi, etc. He had bigger army, better income, more gateways, so he could have kept up the constant stream of units. Thankfully, he didn't know that, and he did do it. And now I'm starting to catch up, and he's actually starting to slow down, because I think he just laid down his expansion. So he's building up workers for that. I don't know why he slowed down. He is currently top capped, so maybe he just isn't putting down any maybe he just isn't putting down any plans that he should be. It's about even, sort of. With my Colossi and upgrades, I think I have the advantage. I don't think I have that advantage in open space. Do I have? Yeah, I don't have thermal. That's not good. If you're using Colossi against anything, I would always recommend thermal lances, because without thermal lances you have a range of 6. Stalkers have a range of 6.